Welcome back to another episode of Dentside Depot. Today we're going to be trying to buy a holy grail Ford Bronco from a junkyard for super cheap. I have no idea if I'm actually going to buy it or not. It's in really rough condition, but it's definitely really rare. So sit back and relax. Let's see if we can go buy another truck today. All right, so you would think that I actually buy a lot of trucks, but I actually do not buy a lot of trucks at this point. I only buy a truck if one, it's super rust free and cheap, or two, if it's really, really rare. I've been looking for a freewheeling F-150 4x4 for many months now and have been completely unsuccessful in finding one in good enough condition, that is. But today, a Bronco popped up in a junkyard and I looked at it and I said, I think this is a chromatic freewheeling Bronco. So I went through the trouble of getting a Martyr Report and we're gonna go check it out today. But before we do, I got the Martyr Report right here on my phone and I'll tell you what it is before we get to the junkyard and look at it. So it is a 79 Bronco, which in itself isn't ultra desirable. I'm not a Bronco guy. I know a lot of people love them. I'm in the middle on them. But this one's definitely ultra desirable. It's black on black, and here's what we have on the Martyr Report. First of all, it's a freewheeling package, which isn't rare. They made 10,000 freewheelers in 79. I think there were more in 78. What makes this truck rare is that first it has chromatic tape stripes and it's black. So that's pretty much the holy grail paint and stripe combination right there. It has skid plates, tilt steering wheel, GT bar, which is the roll bar. It has the 10x15 tires and wheel package on it. It has cruise control, handling package, air conditioning, tinted glass, center console, security lock group, tow hooks, convenience group, the big fuel tank, and it's a Ranger XLT. And on top of that, it appears to have a dealer installed CB radio, which is the only reason it even caught my eye on Facebook Marketplace, was because I saw the antenna. So I highly doubt that someone just randomly put it on there. It's probably been on there since the day it was born. So let's go check this thing out, see if it's the real deal, and see if we can buy it. So I'm on my way to the junkyard here. It is in King of Prussia, which is in Pennsylvania, Montgomery County. I just want to make something clear. I'm only buying this truck if I can get it at the price of what the front seats, the tilt column, the CB radio, and oh, I forgot to mention, it's been OBS 460 swapped as well. So if I can get it at the price of what the value of those parts is alone, I will buy it and then either strip it out and sell the shell with the title, because it does have a title. Maybe sell the whole thing, or maybe leave it all together and restore it, I don't know. But it's gonna have to be an incredible deal for me to buy this truck because it has a ton of rust on it. So we're gonna get there in about 20 minutes and see what this thing looks like. Hopefully he'll let us film. All right, so here we are in the yard, and it is pretty incredible the amount of classic cars and trucks that are here. So the story is, they are liquidating the property. It's been here for 40 years. I'm gonna put the link down in the description. They said I could film, and they actually wanted me to help promote it, that they have all these vehicles that they're trying to sell. So it's liquidatemyyard.com. I actually saw it before because I'm a huge Trans Am guy. They had some Trans Ams for sale. I think they're gone at this point, but none of that matters. What we're here for today is this lovely 1979 Bronco that I talked about in the introduction. So let's go around, let's check this thing out and see what kind of condition it's in here. First of all, right off the bat, you can see we have a factory CB radio antenna, but unfortunately it is broken, so that sucks, but it is what it is. So that's going to take some of the value down on it for me personally. Let's look at the body and let's start at the top. So it looks pretty good there on the drip rail side, and you can tell you can't fake this. That's the chromatic striping. There's no faking years and years of chromatic stripes like that, for sure. Okay, you can see those would be the XLT holes in the body, so it's definitely the right body. The hood is not correct. All right, there we go. On the top looks really good. Honestly, it looks really good. Now there may be rust down in here, it'd be hard to tell, but that looks really good if you ask me. So fenders are shot, Obviously, they're completely gone. But up in the wells, doesn't look too bad. I'm gonna get down there with the flashlight and get the rest of the way. Doors are toast. Warranty card is gone. You can see we have the original decal there. So this is bad, really bad. That is completely toasted out right there. All right, let's get underneath and see what we can see here. Oh wow, this truck's in really, really bad condition with the body. There is no saving that at all. That's unfortunate. You can see there, this tub is in really, really bad shape. I would say this tub is not salvageable already looking at it. So looking in the truck, all the original equipment is still there. The ultra rare and desirable bucket seats are here. The GT bar is here. Obviously I can't pull the back panel down to see if it still has the CB radio in there. The box, that is. It has the center console. And it has the tilt column with the simulated leather wrapped steering wheel. All right, we have regular visors as expected. Non-flipper visors, I was hoping maybe someone put those in, as the CB radio was also installed. Let's see if it has the wiring underneath for the CB radio. It does not. So I don't know if they had an aftermarket CB radio in it and just sourced the antenna from somewhere, but that's not there. And this thing is in really, really bad shape. Amazingly bad shape with the body. Way worse than I thought it was going to be, honestly. All right, so let's look underneath the hood. Okay, you can see the tow hooks are missing, so that's another loss right there. You can see it does have a 460. Oh, I can't see what the numbers are on it. It appears to be Dove C heads, so it's actually definitely a good 460. Can't find what the block is, but that's definitely a good, at least good heads on it. So that's a good engine in it. If it still runs, who knows. Hood's not terrible. It's kind of junky, but the shame of it is this tub is just completely no good. It's absolutely pretty much unrestorable, if you ask me, which is a shame. Rear seat's in pretty nice shape. So, but underneath the tub is just really bad. Let's take a look in the back here, so you can see it has the freewheeling bumper on it. Looks like a later model tailgate. See, we have the skid plate there, and there's a lot of rust. You can see why this truck was abandoned. It looks like it's been parked since 2015, and it's just really bad. Really, really bad. Get underneath here, front. You can see the tub is just completely gone. There'd be no way you would want to work on this tub. It is completely roached out, 100%. I think the frame would be okay because it looks like someone sealed it at some point. But the only possible way you would restore this truck is pretty much by putting a new tub on it. because it's in such bad condition, unfortunately. So that's a shame. I mean, it is in really, really bad shape with the rust. It does have dual shocks on it, which is cool. I guess that's a part of the handling package on these trucks, but you can see the condition is just really, really poor on it. So I'm gonna go talk to the gentleman about it. I mean, look at that, the wheels even rusted out. I'm gonna go talk to the gentleman about it. I don't think I even want it at this point, so we'll see what happens. I'll cut back here after we speak and let you know what ended up happening on this particular truck. All right, so we are pulling out of the junkyard now. I pretty much went over all the information on the truck with the owners here, explained to them that it's a really rare truck, but unfortunately the condition of the tub makes it non-restorable. It'd be a complete rebody. I still would have considered buying the truck if, and obviously I just gave it away that I didn't buy it, but I would have still considered buying the truck if the CB radio equipment was still good, but it was bad. The antenna was bent in half, which is a shame because that's a $500 part right there all day long, but the condition that it was in was a 0, non-usable. So unfortunately today I spent $65 on a Martyr Report, and I'm not going to get anything out of it besides whatever the video makes here on YouTube. So a little bit of a loss today. That's the cost of doing business and making videos and everything. So obviously I did not make a purchase on this truck. I didn't even really consider it even really at any price. Although it's a super cool title and everything else, it's just not worth it for me to get into this particular vehicle, which is unfortunate, but that's the way it goes. So if you enjoyed this episode of Dentside Depot, like and subscribe, and the link for Liquidate My Yard is down below, and they have my information now too, so whenever they get a 70s truck in, I'll come in and check it out and see if it's one that I want. See you in the next episode.